Hi, welcome to this video, where we will give you an overview of the hsbMake stacker. The stacker helps you organize panels into stacks for delivery or production, all within a clear, user-friendly interface. With Stacker, teams can define stacks before production even begins, reducing errors and making the entire process more efficient. The Stacker application can be accessed directly through hsbMake Office. Let's look at an example here. We are now in hsbMake Office. We can see that Project 1 is displayed within the Projects tab. By selecting Project 1 and clicking the Stacker button, hsbMake Office immediately switches to a Stacker view of the project. In this view, the left-hand side displays all the panels in the project, with the length, height, width, and weight associated with each panel displayed, while the right-hand side is used to organize how these panels are arranged into a stack. We can click on the green cross to create a new stack and amend the name property, as well as setting the length, width, height, and weight limit of the stack. Once we've created a new stack, adding a panel is easy. You can just drag it from the left over to the right, or right-click on the panel and select Add. Either way, the panel will show up on the right-hand side and be removed from the left. Customers have the flexibility to rearrange the panels within the stack by dragging and dropping the panel into its desired location. The Stacker application has the ability to detect if a panel doesn't meet the limits of a stack. For example, we've set the length limit to 1000 millimeters. Panels that exceed this limit are immediately marked with a red exclamation on the left-hand side. This helps our customers reduce the risk of errors when creating stacks. Once stacks has been created, we can save and go back into the project, and we will see stacking data attached. This data can then be used to determine the sequence of work orders in production. For example, a customer have assembled all panels within an order. However, they have been assembled on different benches within the production process. Because the stacking data has been determined before production, we are able to automatically collate all the panels after assembly completion and then convert them into their stacks. Let's have a look how this would work in the production viewer. The individual panels are completed from the various benches, and they are all stored in Panel Out. They are then fed into an auto unit called Panel to Stack. At this unit, it automatically reorganizes the panels into stacks. The stacks are then stored in Stack Out. We can then distribute each of the stacks from Stack Out to another part of the production process. In this example, we have configured that stacks are to be distributed into a selection of loading bay. The stacks can then be visualized in our loading bay application, enabling our customer to clearly see when stacks have been completed. A separate video will demonstrate the loading bay application.